Hey, you might have caught wind of Will Smith's former assistant spilling the beans in an interview with Tasha K, causing quite the stir online. Personally, I'm not bothered by it, and let me explain why. This person, going by Brother Bal, but might as well be called Sister Bal for their inclination toward gossip and drama. They attempted to bring down Will, but ironically, they're the one wallowing in messy behavior, displaying what they themselves label as feminine traits. They tried to target Will, but ended up being the one caught up in all this drama. Let's not get tangled in that web of gossip, shall we? I have a point to make here, so stick with me. I'll do my best to keep it civil, let's just say, not as explicit as some of the things that were shared. Remember those quotes from the interview? The vivid descriptions of walking in on Duane and Will in a compromising situation? Let's not revisit that explicit scenario. There's this analogy he used about satisfying someone used to something substantial, but it's way too graphic to repeat. He mentioned feeling more like Will's friend than the other way around, and claimed to have insider knowledge. But truth be told, while he was searching for Will, turns out Will was at a Hollywood event. Hollywood is a hurry-up and wait type industry. I can vouch to that. He said that he was running around looking for Will, and he couldn't find him. At the same time, he was holding the Duane down. So he's looking everywhere for him, his phone is going off, people a radio on him. He's like, damn, unlike Will, where is he? Where is he looking all the way around? Looking everywhere for him. Finally approaches Duane's trailer 6. He opens the door and he sees Duane and Will doing whatever, right? This guy sounds like a disgruntled employee. Things didn't work out with Will like he wanted them to, and he couldn't wait to go running his mouth about Will Smith's business. And I don't know what the truth is. I really don't give a damn because I didn't need that information. Y'all didn't need the information, but it's out there, so we're talking about it. This, if it is true, this is Will Smith's story to tell when Will Smith deems it appropriate to tell. Or perhaps it's Duane Martin's story to tell when he deems it appropriate to tell. If we are to assume what dude is saying is true. And furthermore, this is why I don't have an assistant today. I've been looking for an assistant for about 2 years. It is very hard to trust people. When you get an assistant has to be an extension of who you are. You gotta pretty much tell an assistant all of your business. They know all of your business. They know banking information. They know, where your mail is going. They're receiving the mail oftentimes. They know everybody you're meeting with, who you're around. They're all up in your personal business, your finances. They know a whole lot about you. If you are sick, you need a particular type of medicine, you don't want nobody to know, they know. They know. So it's very hard for me to trust somebody with all of that sensitive information. Because I've seen too many times where these so-called assistants and best friends, but assistants in particular, who will betray the relationship as soon as things go bad. They telling everything. They can't wait to tell everything. And an NDA, you can't stop a person from talking with an NDA. Yeah, you can kind of spook them a little bit, but they gonna tell somebody. And sometimes, once they feel that they've gotten everything they need to get, some of them feel like they ain't got nothing to lose, so they tell anyway. So NDA can only go so far. Really, this is the way that I live my life. If you really don't want nobody to know your business, you probably shouldn't be engaged in any type of business. Cause what's done in the dark will come to light. So however you live your life, whatever you're doing, just know that it's a chance that it's gonna come to light. But again, fam, this wasn't his story to tell. This was Will's story to tell. And I'm going to tell you something. Furthermore, this story has become a talking point for many of us. We've delved deep into it, dissecting every angle and expressing our varied opinions. There's a faction extending support, standing firmly by Will amidst this tumultuous situation. Yet, there's another side to this narrative, a group indulging in trolling, making jests, finding humor in the situation. For them, it's all fun and games. But amidst all this discussion, have we paused to consider the toll it might be taking on the man's mental well-being? It's crucial to acknowledge that this can't possibly be an easy phase for him. Think about it. Beyond the headlines and gossip, there's a human being grappling with the fallout of personal information being aired out. It's not just about the scandal or the spectacle. It's about the emotional upheaval and distress that such revelations can bring. Public scrutiny isn't gentle. It can be brutal, especially when it intrudes on your private life and casts shadows on your character. While we engage in these discussions and debates, it's essential to empathize with the individual at the center of it all. Mental health doesn't discriminate based on fame or success. The weight of public opinion, the scrutiny, and the constant barrage of commentary, this all has an impact. It's important to remember that behind the celebrity persona, there's a person dealing with their own challenges, their own emotional battles. In the midst of dissecting the drama, perhaps it's time to extend some empathy and compassion, to step back from the jokes and memes and consider the real-life implications of such exposure on someone's mental state. After all, navigating fame doesn't make one immune to the impact of personal revelations in the public eye. Think about it. First, there was the Jada memoirs, something he seemingly supported, but it's impossible for that not to have some effect on him. And now, a best friend comes forward, dealing another emotional blow. Every great friendship deserves at least one serious challenge to test its strength, right? But there are lines in a friendship that, once crossed, are hard to come back from, at least from my perspective. When someone divulges your private business or speaks ill of you behind your back, that's a direct attack on your character. That's the kind of thing I can't easily forgive or forget. Trust gets shattered. Sure, we might have an argument about something, big or small, and we can potentially work through that. But sharing intimate details or spreading rumors, that's a whole other level. My well wishes go out to Will Smith. I sincerely hope he can find the strength to pull himself together, heal, and move forward from this turmoil. As for the so-called best friend, the former assistant, maybe he'll profit from this with book sales. Or maybe not. But one thing's for sure, with friends like Brother Bilaal, who needs enemies? No more discussion on that.